Well, good morning. It is Tuesday morning here. As you can see, that's the cam down by the water. It's almost zero visibility. There is a ship downbound. It's at Lakeport, which is up the lake a little bit. Probably about 45 minutes to a half hour to the Blue Water Bridges. When the camera does end up focusing right now, it's backed up and it's focusing along the shoreline. You can kind of get an idea of what it's like down there. Not good. I had thought maybe I'd like to get a fog shot of the ship coming through the fog, but I don't think so. Edward Hassick, good morning. Good morning. You're first. Okay, let me get this posted up here. So if anybody wants to join the panel, please do. But you can see somebody walking down along the shore there, but you cannot see across. Well, you barely can make out. See this line right here. That's the Canadian shore. You can see the bridge up here. Just a little bit, but not good. So, TJ, hey, Laura's here. Okay, TJ, you have a good day too, buddy. It is fun. It's gloomy. It's foggy. Not a nice day. It is supposed to maybe clear up a little bit, but just ahead of another rain patch coming our way. And here comes Justin. Good morning, Justin.
Yeah.
Hey, this is it.
Where's Hodges at?
Well, he doesn't get done driving until a little bit after 9, and then by the time he stops at Tim Hortons, he comes back home and gets the computer fired up. It's usually about 9:25 or 9:30. So you out on the road?
Yeah.
Where are you working? Where are you working, close to home, or I got to drive a bit?
No, I'm in St. Cloud, which is by far the city. So
Oh, okay.
it's a little over an hour. No, I'll be here for all.
Okay, Laura. Laura said
Right,
she's
so-
gonna be sorting some things out, but she'll be listening. Abigail, Marie, hey, how you doing? Good morning, Abigail. One Vision, how you doing? Yeah, it's just kind of a yucky day here. As you can see, the fog has rolled in overnight. You can't see too far. That's looking up out into the lake. The view is just north, an angle north of the Blue Water Bridges. And I imagine it's on auto pan. What it should do at this point, it should back out. There you go. And then start panning back towards the south. Oh, One Vision says it's going to be 70 today where he is. Good for you. Right now here it's 39 degrees, heavy fog. Pretty much all of the snow, unless it's like been plowed or moved, has dissipated because it's been over 32 degrees for the last couple of days. But you'll be able to see some, I would imagine, snow, but not a lot. I'm looking out in my yard and I see just a clump here, a clump there.
Got pretty cold last night. It was in the high 30s.
Oh, okay. So you got down cold too.
It was like 41 when I got up this morning. It's already 54. So.
Good morning, Mika Steve. And he says, good morning.
Morning, Steve.
Justin is off camera, but
had a hell of a morning too, man. Jesus, I had somebody cut me off about sideswiping because they were supposed to. There was a turning lane and a straight lane. Well, they were in the turning lane and decided they wanted to go straight. And then I had somebody almost sideswipe me coming out of a neighborhood trying to cut out traffic. Jesus Christ.
good morning, Mike Night Train. He says the rain is coming back this afternoon for another spurt. The rain's been coming and going, coming and going and coming and going. Little Amalora says, Justin, stop moaning about your weather. You have it better than anyone else.
Yeah, well, so tell me that in the summertime.
Yeah, but you get really hot. I remember when I was in Kansas City, I wasn't used to the summertime heat there either, and it was like you used to run from your air-conditioned car to an air-conditioned building, and you didn't spend a lot of time outside.
No, it's miserable in the summertime here. You know, it's nice in the wintertime here when you don't have, like when you have one of those days where you don't really have anything to do.
Right?
Because then you can shut the truck off and roll down the window and it's comfortable. But in the summertime, you got to leave the windows up and run the AC, but then they complain to you that you're running your truck at idle too much.
Right.
And it's like,
Yeah, the Herbert C. Jackson is downbound. It's out about 6 or 7 miles heading down towards the river. Probably headed for a layup.
well, what really sucks here too is there's a drastic change in temperature every day. It goes down to like, 37, 38, then it's like 75 degrees by the afternoon time.
Yeah.
And it goes right back down again. That's how you get sick easy right there. That much of a difference or temperature change. You get sick pretty easy like that.
Here's the ship that's in the channel now. The buoys are that mark the channel because there's a underwater shoal that goes right along here that's back from prehistoric times. That's buoys 11 and 12, 9 and 10, 7 and 8, 5, 6. Every mile is a set of buoys going out, and it's moving pretty good clip, 11.1 knots, and it is a let's gonna see if we get a good picture of it here. Here it is in the winter.
When do you guys get your really bad part of winter, like when the water starts freezing up and stuff? Like where the ice breakers got to come through? What's that noise?
Oh, it's a damn McAfee trying to get me to do something I don't want to do.
Take that crap off your computer.
So anyway, Laura likes the tutu picture. Justin.
Oh.
What did Sarah think about your picture?
No, she was laughing about it. I blamed her for it. She's like, I didn't send it to him. I said, they went on my Facebook, didn't they?
Well, David, he's pretty good at pulling stuff like that.
No, it's not hard. That's why a lot of people always say, oh, my Facebook got hacked. If you get a friend request from me, don't accept it. And I'm like, your Facebook didn't get hacked. They just stole your picture off your Facebook and started another account.
Yeah.
Because anybody can go on Facebook and download anybody's pictures. All you do is literally hold your finger over it. It'll ask you, download the device. Click it. It'll download it right to your phone. It takes 2 seconds.
In case anybody's wondering what we're talking about. Here it is. David made that.
That is disturbing in so many ways. Not even gonna lie.
You gotta admit, though, it's pretty hilarious.
Oh, it is, but it's disturbing at the same time.
Laura said Sarah did not hit forward. Facebook is great, LOL.
I knew they got it from Facebook.
Oh, Laura says don't look on Discord because it's there too.
What, on her Discord?
I don't know what she's.
Nobody
Justin,
goes
don't look on Discord, LOL.
Nobody goes on her Discord anyway.
Okay. Mike Night Train says, looked like he got birthing hips.
Yeah, that picture's pretty old. I want to say that picture's at least. Oh, I don't even remember. That picture's been on there for a long time.
Been around for a while, huh?
Yeah, that was buried. She must have dug through my Facebook because that one's buried in my Facebook. Oh. Hoping IT gets back up with me today about my phone. They're supposed to be getting me an iPhone 12. And rid of stupid SE.
Laura says, do you want to know how disturbing the picture is? David had to put his hard drive in the dishwasher to clean it off. LOL.
Funny.
Oh well. So you got a lot of checks to do today, or your meter reading, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I got some stuff I gotta catch up on.
Did they ever sort it out? Are you done with having to go up north again?
Oh yeah, because the guy that's in charge of FBU said I'm not going up there no more. It's the start of the new year. I got new paperwork. He said he's done letting them take me up there. So we're pretty much what it is it's a fight between two area managers for FPU. My area manager, my contact at FPU runs this area of FPU, and the other chick, Vicky, runs the stuff up there up north. And they're the same level, but technically I'm under Gary, period. So she can't do nothing about it. Like, she can't just take me because she decides to. Like, Gary has to release me, and if Gary doesn't want to release me,
yeah,
there's nothing she can do about it. So. Because every area has a different contract, and technically I'm under this contract. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if I would have had to go up there again, I would have already been up there. Matter of fact, what's the date today? Yeah, I would have been up there actually 2 days ago. I had to go up again because they start the meter reading on the 15th and it's the 17th. So.
Well, hopefully they get it sorted out on their own without having to suck you up there.
Yeah. Well, they had to have because, like I said, the meter reading started 2 days ago. They have 1 week to do it, and it starts on the 15th. So they obviously have somebody up there doing it.
Hey, I wonder who the new guppy is.
I have no idea.
But he's going to go through the same thing. At first, it's kind of okay, but as it continues on, it gets a little bit much.
But see, we technically have guys that live out of hotels in their trucks. They're travelers.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, there's about 40 or 50 of them around the country, and that's all they do is travel. They're never home. They literally, but they get paid a lot more for doing that. But they literally, their weekends are just chilling in hotels, like they're always gone. So, but a lot of those guys are single, or like the one guy that I met up there last time who was a traveler. He was like in his 50s, and he was like, I don't like being around my wife. I was like, okay. So he volunteered to go into the traveling part of the company, and
well, I would think that would be perfect for somebody like you say, single, doesn't have a whole lot of family issues and might even consider a motorhome and just travel around with the motorhome, park the motorhome wherever you are and then get, tow behind it, the truck.
Well, they pay for all their hotels, so they just stay in hotels.
Yeah.
But
But
these
wouldn't
guys,
it be nicer if you had your motorhome with all your stuff in it,
oh yeah,
And
like
then,
these guys literally just travel around with, and they go home like they can go home anytime they want, but if they're 2 states over from home, they only have the weekend, so some of these guys don't go home for months at a time. So I can't do that. I hate being on the road. Screw that. And that's all they do is go around and fill in different areas that are shorthanded.
yeah.
But yeah, that's I don't know who they have up there, but they have to have somebody up there right now. So
Yeah, otherwise they get behind, right?
well, like I said, they're mandatory. They have to do it between the 15th. They have to start it on the 15th, and they have to be done within a week.
One Vision said he'd do it.
I mean, I would do it too if I didn't have kids and a wife, but I don't like being away from my family like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So like I said, if I was single and I didn't have nothing to do, and I didn't have kids and stuff, yeah, I'd probably do it too. I'd just get me like a nice, like $2,000 laptop, that I could take around. I could
Right.
do everything that my computer at home does, and I'd go on the road like that, but not with kids and stuff. That's why I didn't do trucking when my friend was trying to get me to drive with him when he was doing trucking a few years back. I didn't want to do it because I was like, I don't want to be home for 2 weeks out of the year.
Well, it takes a special kind of person that wants to spend that kind of time on the road, I know guys that do over the road trucking and it's okay, but
Well, yeah, my friend did it for about a year and a half, and he was only home like maybe a month's worth of time out of that year and a half. And I wouldn't want to be gone that long. That's one of the reasons why when I found out Sarah was pregnant with my oldest daughter, I didn't end up going in the military because I just felt like I didn't want to leave them behind. Like, to me, they were more important than anything, so I ended up not going because of that.
I posted that the one I did in the kind of a little bit of windy situation, and it was awful dark. It didn't do as the Whitefish Bay. It didn't do as good as I had hoped it would, but I cleaned it up the best I could, and because unless the ship is well lit, it's kind of hard to get those night shots.
Yeah, and some of those ships don't have any lights on them, and some of them are lit up like damn Christmas trees.
Well, especially the ones that are the darkest is the what I call the salties, the ones that travel all over the world. They don't have hardly any lights at all. Just the nav lights, So unless if you don't have good starlight or moonlight or reflective lights, it's pretty tough to catch the pictures.
What's up, Dustin, Mike, Steve, Abby, Mike Rennick?
There's the Border Patrol. cruising slow down there. I don't know if he's looking for something or, and I imagine in this kind of fog, it would be on guard more, Border Patrol.
I actually saw them down here in my area about a week ago. There was a whole bunch of them down here driving around doing stuff. It was really surprising. I've never seen Border Patrol around in my area. But yeah, they were down here too. I know that they hang out down by the tip of Florida because they try to catch the Cubans coming in on boats.
Hey, Mr. Hodges is in
Hey guys.
on
Yeah.
the panel.
Yeah, we just made it. Getting inundated phone calls here from agents.
Was it foggy over there, Paul?
No, well, a little foggy, but it was like a light drizzle.
Yeah, see, this is what it looks like here.
Oh, we got nothing like that. No.
It's locked in.
But over in Oxford County, which is the next county over, they canceled all the buses because the roads were all ice. One guy, I heard him on the radio, they were saying he went 150 feet past the stop trying to get the bus stopped. Yeah, I just got another text message. From Terry. They got a bunch of new signs in. I got to stop around the office to pick it up.
Hey,
And
Justin.
I got a call.
Mike Night Train said when Sarah ended up getting prego, and then like Justin wasn't part of it. LOL.
Oh yeah, I gotta go and get that, don't I? I didn't. I gotta stop. Pop-up chat. Put it over here.
Yeah, the only time school ever gets canceled down here is for tropical storms and hurricanes.
Yeah, they do it up here for ice on the roads, just for safety. But I think, don't they have a certain number of days where they can cancel school for weather issues without getting?
Well, it's funny because when it comes to fog, we used to cancel for a couple hours.
Yeah.
Just a delay. But now they cancel the whole morning, but the afternoon run still goes. But if it's a snow day, they cancel for the whole day now.
Right.
Well, in some areas, I know here in the U.S., if school gets canceled so many days because of the weather, they actually make the kids extend the school year by a couple of weeks. Make them, because technically, schools have to be open so many days out of the year. On a normal school year. I know some places will actually extend the school year by a couple of weeks to make up for any lost days if it's too many.
Well, because you guys, you don't get the snow now, you get the hurricanes and tornadoes and all that crap,
Yeah, but we don't have like you guys probably have a lot more cancellation days than we ever do.
Yeah.
Because we only get a couple tropical storms every year. And sometimes we go a few years without a hurricane. So.
And Friday here is a PA day, so we're not working Friday, so we get a long weekend. But I don't because I still got the sign business to run, right? As a matter of fact, I got to make a new sign here this morning, so I'm just going to bring up my Cricut program. Oh, I got to do a name writer.
I mean, I've been here about 9 years now.
Yeah.
And I still have never been through a major hurricane like a 4 or 5.
Yeah.
It's all been 2s and 3s.
Yeah.
And those
Now
are
you moved there right from California, or did you make a couple of stops in between?
No, we moved from North Carolina to California, and then we went back to North Carolina just for a couple of months, and then we all made plans to move down here.
Okay.
We ended up moving down here. Been down here ever since. Yeah, we went back to North Carolina just for a couple months. And then Sarah and mom and dad, they sold their house down there. It was getting bad down there though. In the area they lived down there, it was so much crime and just crap going on, and cops weren't doing nothing around there. I mean, it was almost a joke to get a felony charge down there where we lived in North Carolina. There'd be guys walking around on the street with like 30 felonies on their record and be out on bail. And I mean, they didn't enforce anything down there.
Mike Night Train says under Michigan law, school districts are allowed 6 cancellation days due to conditions beyond their control.
But then they probably have to make any ones up past that.
They make them up, they tack it on the end of the year. Yep.
Yeah. That's what I said, because there's actually a federal law that says every school, all the states, they have to go a minimum so many days a year.
Yeah.
And so they're only granted so many days off, and then they have to end up making it up. The only time that didn't happen is when the federal government pretty much shut down all the schools back in, during the COVID crap. That was the only time they were allowed to get away with being out for that long. Oh, that was a freaking nightmare too. I was having to play teacher 5 days a week. Oh. And then that was when they decided they were going to do all that common core math crap. Oh my God, that was a nightmare doing that.
Well, the majority of the parents had no clue what the new math shit is, I would.
Well, that's because instead of doing 1 or 2 steps to figure out a problem the most efficient way, they were making you do 15 to 20 steps to figure out one problem and making it way more complicated than it needed to be. It was ridiculous. Like, if you've never done that before, you weren't sure what all the steps were, and the directions that they would give you weren't always super clear. So a lot of times we were having to go on YouTube and watch videos to figure out how they were doing a simple division problem that would take 2 or 3 steps. They were making the kids do 25 freaking steps to get to the answer.
Yeah.
And they'd have to write out each step, and it was, oh my God, it was a pain in the ass.
That's 3 1/4.
Here comes the downbound ship, Paul. It's out there just past the flagpoles.
Oh yeah.
I thought about going and getting it, but it's just too foggy.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 2 to 4 is 2 inches, and another one that's 3. So, I'll get a shrink this.
Mia, stop. Come here.
Being a pain in the butt.
Well, she's over there scratching herself with the
Yeah.
back leg up on her chin. And come here.
Vader. Yeah. Vader, he's going in for vets this morning too. So.
Well, I'm out of one of the medications that she's on, and I'll have to get it when I get a few bucks ahead here.
Yeah.
It's the Apoquil, which is for allergies.
Oh yeah.
She usually gets that 1 a day,
Yep.
But the damn thing, the prescription is like $180 or something.
You got to quit buying those $80 drones though.
Well, I didn't get it.
That's funny. Did you ever get any update on that?
No.
What'd you do it through PayPal?
No, just straight credit card. I didn't see, Paul looked it up and found out that it said you could use PayPal, but when I did it, it didn't say that. And then when I went back and looked later, it there it said it again. Yep. Yeah, the Apoquel 16 milligram tablets, a quantity of 100, is $300 from Mia.
Guess we have no safety meeting again today. Jesus. We cancel them every week.
A nice looking ship, a classic. The classic design has the pilot house on the stern, the bow, and the engine and everything. The crew quarters and everything are on the stern.
I was on my way home yesterday, and there was some police officer from Orlando, probably down here for, I'm assuming down in my area for a case or something. But he was pulled over on the side of the road. He rear-ended somebody in his patrol car.
That's going to be some paperwork.
Oh, yeah. It didn't do nothing to his truck because he had a huge ass ram bar on the front, but it fucked up the car behind in front of him.
You see, here in Canada, you know, old Justin Trudeau banned all these guns. One was an AR-15, and anyways, they some RCMP cop in Calgary went to a gun range and brought an AR-15, and he was letting his kids shoot it and everything else, and he got off with a conditional sentence or something, but like, you know, nothing against his record or nothing else. But if we did it, we'd be thrown in jail. You know, just.
Well, it's selective enforcement of the law. It's really, we're living in political times, and it just depends upon who's connected and who's not.
Yeah.
It depends on where you live too, and how the law enforcement is.
Yep.
There's some good agencies around the country that will hold everybody accountable the same equal way. Just depends on who's in charge and who's running it. Because I mean, there's even some really good police departments in California. As much as I give California shit, there are some good sheriffs in California that really, I mean, as much as they're hemmed in by the state, they really try their best to do everything correctly. But you know, unfortunately, when you have the state government working against you on everything, it does make your job a lot harder.
Yeah.
Because even the LA County sheriffs, you know, they were really they were going down in the beaches and stuff. They were going into LA trying to get rid of all these homeless people in certain areas that were having issues with them because the LAPD wasn't doing anything about it. And, you know, they were trying, the city was trying to get the sheriff's department to stop doing it, but the sheriffs wanted a whole different form of thinking. They wanted to do, they understood there was a problem and they were trying to fix it.
But the thing that blew me away that about this cop, RCMP cop, he didn't even have a restricted gun license. He don't have, I don't even know if he even had a gun license. Because here in Canada, the law states that you don't have to have a license. I think you got to have training, but you don't have to have a license if you're in a public service, police officer or whatever. You don't have to have a license to carry and shoot a gun. Like, you know, everything from a handgun to a freaking machine gun. I find that, wow, that was hard to believe. I never knew that.
I'm wondering if it's some special license though that's bundled in with their job.
But if they're a public service employee that their job requires them to carry a gun, they do not have to have a license.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm wondering if they have some special license that's different from what you guys would have to get that covers
You
them.
would think so, but they said they didn't have to be licensed. But, you know, like news reports may not be reporting the right stuff, right? So,
Well, because like here, you know, the law enforcement here, they have their own special license that they're issued when they go through the academy and stuff that covers them for when they're off duty and on duty. It's like they can carry their weapon concealed. They don't have to have the same permits that we have to go get in order to be carrying their guns around when they're off duty and stuff. Because it's like just a general license that covers everything. That's kind of weird though, if they don't at least give them some special license through the state or something. It's kind of weird. Well, and it's kind of weird here too, because, you know, you can get concealed weapons permits in one state, and then only certain states will accept it as you can use it and while you're in their state as well. But not all the states will accept your concealed weapons permit, which I think is stupid. I think if you legally have one in one state, it should cover you for all states.
Yeah,
If you're traveling.
it should be reciprocal. I agree.
Because you can take a gun on a plane as long as it's not loaded and you have it in a lockbox and everything. You can legally carry a gun on a plane. That's if you're, you know, flying from one state to another.
The you know, somebody needs to challenge that constitutionally, because how can you say that one state versus another state accepts automotive registrations and driver's licenses and everything, but yet you don't accept their gun registration and gun laws and that kind of thing?
Oh, it'd be the same way here, Dustin. If the federal government tried to impose something here like that, I guarantee you the local police departments here wouldn't enforce it either. Because they're very, especially in my area, the police are very constitutional. They believe they're 100% all about your rights of owning a firearm. Shit, the sheriff here tells you to go buy weapons. He tells you to go to the gun store. He said, go wipe the gun store out. Buy up everything that you can get your hands on. He was real adamant about that during all the rioting and stuff. He said, if there's any problems down here, you blow them right back out your house. And they shouldn't, because the police departments need to follow the Constitution the same as any other government agency. So if they know that something's not legally constitutional, then they should stand up to it and say, we're not enforcing it. Plain and simple. And when a police department does that, you got to have respect for them, because that means that they actually give a crap about your rights.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Or the police departments enforce outrageous laws that they know are not constitutional, and that's not a good police department.
Yeah.
Join the panel.
Hey, there is Mr. Ron.
Hey, Ron.
Morning.
What's up, Ron?
How are you guys?
Yeah, another day in paradise, as they say.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's foggy as heck here.
Yeah. Just as bad here.
2.5. Over here. Wait.
Yeah, it was pretty foggy here the day before yesterday. Or no, it was Friday. It was pretty foggy, yeah. I had a whole line of traffic get behind me, and they were cruising behind me real slow because I had my lights on. We're going down 27.
Justin, question.
Answer. What's up?
Laura was sending me these pictures yesterday of you.
Oh,
and
yeah,
what-
yeah, yeah,
to
the
be-
pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody was talking about the cancer tutu thing for the last couple of weeks. Everybody's been like talking about it.
It's-
Right.
It
So
was
just turned David decided to put me in a tutu.
it was the stickly stick.
Yeah.
And then they were looking up billboard prices and found out it was only $600 to put me up on a billboard. I said, do it. I don't give a crap.
When you shit yourself, we did a GoFundMe and you're driving down Florida interstate and like, oh my God.
Well, that's what they were talking about. Laura was talking about doing a GoFundMe to get them on a couple of interstates down in his area.
Mm.
I told her I'd spin it though. That's my F you to cancer. Put my channel name up there with it.
Well, what you do is you just caption it, "I survived," you know?
Look what it
No,
did to me.
Look what it did to me. Oh my God.
Yep. Paul Hodges is busy making signs this morning.
Yeah, I gotta make just running through the Cricut machine right now.
Another slight change to my schedule.
Schedule? Yeah. Oh, you're working more. Oh, you're gonna do a repeat in December.
No, God, no, I hope not. No, they kind of tell you how busy we are. The phase 1 200-hour inspection was due long before they was anticipating, and they can't go over. So they took off with it this morning down to Sioux Falls, pilot and one mechanic, and they're flying it down there there'll be about 6 mechanics on it.
Now, is this the fixed wing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're not going to let me come in. Well, they won't let me come in tonight because it'll be overtime because I'm working Thursday on the helicopter. So if an aircraft is not here, they're not going to pay you to come in here and sit on overtime. I get that.
Yeah.
So all of today and tomorrow, I might go up to the hospital though tomorrow, and every quarter, 4 times a year, we have to do some in-house stuff in the different departments of the hospital, the ER, the ICU.
Part of your accreditation.
Yeah. PICU, NICU, OB.
Well, that kind of makes sense because, the fact is that you're dealing as a first responder in all of those issues.
Mhm. I'll tell you what, I was nervous the other night when I put that external pacemaker on that guy. It's like, shit, I haven't done this in a while.
So it's actually hands-on, not just following it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna do today.
You bring any toys with you?
Yeah, I've got the new or the Action 3.
Hmm.
I'm gonna play with it and try and learn it. And I actually I'd like to find a nice sunny day. Haven't had one. I'm here in a while. It was partially sunny on Sunday. I took it out and filmed in D-Cinelike and
Yeah,
then tried to color grade afterwards. Yo, Night Train. He's over in there. Mika Steve. Wayne B.
Wayne is in the house.
Yeah.
What's up, Chuck?
Well, Chuck is in there this morning. Oh,
Chuck too, yep.
usually not here in the mornings.
Well, he's getting down to where he's Chuck, is it this week or next week is your last week at the current job?
Next week. Yeah, I think next week. Or, I don't know.
What, do you get a new job?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
he's like a truck driver. Yeah, moving on.
Moving on up.
Yeah. Moving on up to the top, isn't it, or something?
Was that the Jeffersons?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Paul Hodges, question for you. Somebody brought this to my attention last night. When I come up to Canada,
Yep.
do I need to notify my cell carrier that I'm going to be up there?
It depends on what you got. If you covered North America, but I'll tell you right now, you want to double check because if you get into roaming charges, look out.
Really?
Yeah. Now, I have gone into the States, but I think it cost me like $5 or something. And what they do, they cover me for a week or whatever to, like any roaming charges.
Right.
It was like very minimal. As long as you let them know and,
Right.
and yeah, it's up to your carrier.
Yeah, it's up to whatever plan you have too, because like my plan, I'm covered for anywhere in North America, no extra charge.
Okay.
But all plans don't cover that, but mine is unlimited North American, which is
Yeah, well,
Canada,
same here,
US,
like-
and Mexico,
Yeah, but Paul, that's the phone from the US into Canada. Okay.
For somebody that
I'm
doesn't
not
travel.
sure if that's when you're in Canada. That's a different story.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so because I'm in North America too, but I had to pay extra to be in the States, right?
That's funny that Paul's got that plan and he never leaves his house.
Yeah.
Well,
No, that's not true, Jeff. He goes down to the river,
I go down to the river.
5 minutes away.
Hey,
Well, this wouldn't be a problem, Ron, if you had a satellite phone. Just saying.
Yeah.
You could be anywhere. It don't matter.
Well, of course, I have to ask my one coworker what she pays. Well, she just activates, when she goes on her trips and hikes. Laura's rough on you, dude.
Oh, yeah, Laura, she doesn't mess around. She just gives it right to him.
Yeah.
That's because Laura and Sarah decided to team up on Snapchat for Messenger. Causing all kinds of problems.
Well, Sarah, though, yesterday she said that no matter what you say, Justin, she's in charge.
Think so.
What was that?
Nothing?
Sarah's monitoring all the time. Ron.
Oh, I know. She might not show up in the chat, but she's listening.
He doesn't get away with much.
No. No. Hmm. Oh. I guess maybe I'll just go over to the gym today.
How far is the gym?
About 10 minutes from here.
Oh, it's not close.
It's 5 minutes from the apartment. No. And then,
So you're actually staying at the hangar right now.
yeah, everybody left. I'm the only person here.
Why would they have an apartment and not expand the hangar to be an apartment too?
The organization that we belong to, called Canes, which almost every flight program in the US belongs to. But one of their ruling is that you leave the
You have
work.
to go off-site,
Mhm.
but that doesn't make a lot of sense. Rest is rest, you know? That'd
Yeah.
be like in the Air Force if you were a pilot or whatever, and they says, "Oh, you got to get off the base." Then you can come back to base, you know?
Yeah.
Some bubblehead figured that out, and to me, that's when they mess too much with what you do, because you guys have enough space there. You could have a really nice setting there for yourselves.
Oh God, the upstairs up here. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, we can make a full apartment up there.
yep.
It's huge up there.
And it just goes to show you that maybe back in the old days, in the barnstorming days, when you're flying biplanes, but today, in the world we live in, I would think that if you're there, they want to keep you close to there.
Mhm.
Maybe there's some reason at the top that makes sense to them.
Well, yeah, that probably the reason at the top they've got family and friends that are realtors that are renting out their apartments.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really see the point in it. Maybe Ron. I mean, you work in that. Do you see a point in it, or does it make sense to you right now?
I this is a big building, but noise carries through here. And if you were to, I gotta admit, if you were to go upstairs up here, I'll sit and think about it. Here, let me show you.
Don't bite me, Mike.
Like our bedrooms are back there. Like there's the medic and nurse bedroom back there. The pilots is, this is like our little common area here. But it's like our little living room and get TV and kitchen
Actually,
area.
that setting is nicer than the damn apartment they make you go to.
Oh, hell yes. I love it out here. And then in here, pilots each have a room. And then this is the flight planning area here. And then out here, this is what a hangar looks like when the aircraft's gone. Everybody pulls their trucks in. But here, right up, that's upstairs. And, granted, every time they get a call, you'd be hearing this big door open, and yeah, you would not get, proper uninterrupted rest, so.
Okay, but let's figure the rent on that apartment, which is noisy. You said the damn kids running around.
Oh, it is.
How much money would it cost for them to soundproof that wall between the hangar and the upstairs?
I mean, yeah, that's what I was about to say. You could soundproof some areas of that
Yep.
building.
Exactly.
Probably could.
It would
Yeah.
probably cost about as much as a year's worth of
Of
rent
rent.
in an apartment.
Yeah.
Yep. And the apartment is like Ron says, he's about ready to yell at the damn tenants upstairs. The kids running around yelling, screaming, hollering, and
Well, if they need to do is get rid of the apartment and just buy a damn house somewhere.
That, you know,
I mean, for a company like that, what's it to go buy a $150,000 house and just pay it off?
nothing. Yeah.
well, plus it becomes a business expense too. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
They could write it off.
Nice 2-3 bedroom house. That's all they would need. Are you ever there with other people in the apartment, or are you always by yourself?
No, you got to learn to live with other people. That's an adjustment you got to make.
Well,
So there's always-
you should be on the lookout just outside the gates of any small houses that come up for sale.
There you go.
And Ron, you should buy it and then you lease it back to the company, and you'd be within walking distance.
Yeah. I sure as hell wouldn't want to live up here, though. It's bad enough that I'm here the amount of time that I am.
Yeah, well, I didn't say move, but I'm saying while you're there and you're required to leave.
Yeah.
Yep. Mike says that crew quarters area, a duplex or something like that would be good.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I said. They could even build a house somewhere on that property and just soundproof it. I mean, as much as they spend on that apartment with electricity, water, rent every year, I mean, that's about, well, a year's pay would probably be enough to really soundproof an area really well.
Yeah. You know, and it's different everywhere you go. When I lived in Pennsylvania, we only worked 12-hour shifts, and we went home every day. You know, 99% of the people lived close by. When I first went to California on the Army base, I worked 48-hour shifts, but the pilots were only allowed to work 12s, but they were there on the premises for a week at a time. Now, they had a day shift and a night shift pilot. But, you know, like the night shift pilot, like if he was out half the night, and while we were in a trailer on the Army base, there was nowhere else for him to go. He lived down in LA, like 5 hours away. You know, so we had to kind of tiptoe around during the day and be quiet. You know, it got to be a pain in the butt. But now in Reno, I had morning in Reno. Phone's ringing. In Reno, we lived we had an apartment off site too. So, yeah.
Hey, Paul,
Nope.
the sun popped out for a minute. Look at the fog disappeared.
I just disappeared like right now.
Alrighty, guys. Well, I got to pop out. Got some things
Okay,
to do.
Ron. Hey, thanks for coming in, buddy.
Yep, maybe we'll see you guys this afternoon.
Okay, you have a good day.
Oh, yeah, Ron.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.
So, Paul, how many signs you got to do today?
Wow, I got to get this one ready. I got to go to Port Stanley. Got one to put up there. I got one Cardinal Court to come down. What else have I got? Oh, I got a vet appointment at 11:30. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got a busy day today.
Yeah, I was going to say. Well, if you guys think it's 10 o'clock, if you think that we ought to just call it, we can call it.
I'm good for a few minutes, but I'll be here doing this though.
Well, I think I'm gonna call it, Paul, and let you get your work done, and Justin, you stay out of trouble.
I gotta find a freaking.
see y'all later.
Okay, everybody. Hey, thanks for being here. Thanks for stopping by, Mike, Chuck, everybody. The tank said hello.